JBNN will keep you informed. I'm Michelle Jones, and in the news, man killed by gunmen in Westmoreland was known violence producer, say cops. A Westmoreland man, who police described as a known violence producer, was shot dead by gunmen on the Waterworks main road in Whithorn, Westmoreland, Tuesday evening. The deceased, identified as Jovel Gaga Adimon, 31, a farmer barber from Waterworks district, was reportedly killed while driving a motorcycle. Reports are that at about 6 p.m., Adamon was home with family members when a friend visited him on a motorcycle. He subsequently bought the motorcycle and drove to a nearby bar along the Waterworks main road. Police said Adamon left the bar and was returning home when another motorcycle with two men drove up behind him and opened gunfire, hitting him and causing him to lose control of the motorbike, and he fell. The pillion, the police said, then came off the other motorcycle and continued to fire several shots, hitting Adamon multiple times in his head and face. The culprits reportedly left on their motorcycle in the direction of Whithorn. The police were summoned and found Adamon lying motionless. He was subsequently transported to the Savlamar Public General Hospital, where he was pronounced dead on arrival. Decomposing body found in Trench Town. A passerby made a gruesome discovery of a body on Wednesday morning on a premises in Trench Town in Kingston. Police reports are that the body was discovered at about 8 a.m. beside a chicken coop on a premises along 7th Street, Trench Town, in the vicinity of the Block Factory. The body was that of a male in an advanced state of decomposition, clad in yellow shorts and blue underwear. The Trench Town police are investigating. Man handed over to police after alleged murder attempt. A Manchester man was handed over to the police following an alleged murder attempt in Victoria Town, Manchester on Sunday, March 19. The accused is 25-year-old Gawain Hines of Victoria Town, Asia in the parish. Reports from the Mandeville police are that about 10 p.m., a man was seated inside a bar when he was attacked by Hines, who used a machete to chop him several times before fleeing the area. Later that day, Hines was held by residents and handed over to the police, where he was subsequently charged. $50,000 or 50 days for a motorist caught without driver's license. A motorist was ordered to pay $50,000 or spend 50 days in prison after he was caught driving without a driver's license recently. Marvin Bowie, who looked bewildered when Parish Judge Nathalie Carey Dixon imposed the fines, explained to the St. Catherine Parish Court that a years ago I lost my license. Bowie was fined $30,000 or 30 days imprisonment for dangerous driving, $10,000 or 10 days imprisonment for no driver's license, and for insurance coverage, he was fined $10,000 or 10 days imprisonment. It is alleged that on February 19, 2023, the police stopped a motor car being driven in a dangerous manner by the accused. His driver's license was requested by the police. It was revealed he had none. As such, he was charged and given a court date. One done trial bill $60.5 million so far. The mother of all gang trials, which saw 33 individuals said to be members of the One Done gang being interrogated by the head of the judiciary over 18 months, cost the state approximately $60.5 million for technical support, a figure which is expected to mount when the legal fees of the 38 defense attorneys who were engaged are added. Figures obtained from the Court Administrative Division CAD, which is a support arm for the judiciary and the courts, showed that a total of $60,479,879.93 was paid to event planning and execution outfit, Main Event Entertainment Group, for the leasing of audiovisual equipment for the trial. The firm, which was contracted from September 2021, when the trial began at the Supreme Court in downtown Kingston, had an initial March 19, 2022 end date. The arrangement was, however, extended twice, first to September 16, 2022, and then to March 15, 2023. The long-running trial, which began with 33 defendants, experienced several hiccups over the duration, suffering several premature adjournments due to the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic and other issues. The Crown's women witnesses, both former gang members turned informants, spent months testifying from a remote location via video link. The matter, which was the largest ever gang trial to be held in Jamaica and the Caribbean, engaged two of the largest courtrooms at the facility, making it so that additional audiovisual capacity was required for the judge alone matter. Records showed a total of 18 payments of $3,359,900 $993.33 each made to main event over the trial period. The COD, in the meantime, said the amounts paid to the defense attorneys who were assigned by the Legal Aid Council are being collated. That sum, however, might be far from what was paid out in the other two gang trials, which predated the one done matter. The Eugene Susan gang trial ended in October 2020 after proceeding intermittently for 19 months and carried a pay bill of $55.3 million. That matter began with 24 accused initially facing the court, but saw 15 subsequently being acquitted. In the case of the King Valley Gang, that trial lasted for 6 months and saw the 14 attorneys being paid $10.5 million. At the start of the one-done trial, Senior Attorney Lloyd McFarlane, who was lead counsel for convicted gang leader Andre Blackman Bryan, had appealed for review of the sums being paid to the attorneys assigned by the Legal Aid Council. Addressing the court after the prosecution had concluded its opening, McFarlane said he had been asked to indicate, on behalf of his peers, that the issue was far from settled. He said while the attorneys had taken the decision to proceed, there is still something that is not yet truly satisfied. He said that while the attorneys had taken the decision to proceed, there is still something that is not yet truly satisfied. McFarlane said while he was aware that the matter was not within Chief Justice Brian Sykes' jurisdiction, the defense attorneys felt pressed to indicate for the records. We have months ahead of us, and we still believe that there should be some further review in terms of what is being offered, the attorney stated then. Manchester taxi operator accused of fatally stabbing spouse in front of children remanded. A 29-year-old taxi operator accused of using 3 knives to fatally stab his spouse in front of 2 children just over a week ago was remanded when he appeared in the Manchester Parish Court on Wednesday. The accused, Kevin Leslie, otherwise called Nice, made his first court appearance on Wednesday before presiding judge Monique Harrison. His attorney Norman Godfrey said that Leslie was remanded to reappear in court on April 26. When the case was mentioned on Wednesday, it was disclosed that the case file is incomplete as a post-mortem has not yet been done. On March 10, Leslie allegedly stabbed his common-law wife, Sade Brown, 28, a surgical assistant at their home in Daly's Grove, Newport, in front of Brown's 11-year-old son and a 5-year-old boy. A senior police source said investigators believe the couple had a dispute about 8:30 p.m. A police report said the man then proceeded to take the knife to stab Brown repeatedly before fleeing the scene. The children were reportedly locked inside the house with Brown's body. After hours of trying to get out the house to seek assistance, the 11-year-old alerted neighbors. Leslie was held by the police on Saturday, March 11. U.S. student accused of torturing ex-girlfriend remanded until March 27. Matthew Hyde, the University of the West Indies student, who is alleged to have tortured his ex-girlfriend in his dorm room, had his bail hearing postponed until March 27. Hyde, 20, was brought to the Kingston and St. Andrew Parish Court on Wednesday to answer to charges of assault occasioning grievous bodily harm, false imprisonment, and malicious communication. His bail application was postponed as his attorney Peter Champagne Casey was unable to appear in court due to another proceeding at the Home Circuit Court. The court was told this by Samuel Campbell, Hyde's other attorney. On March 9, Hyde was remanded as the court awaited the preparation of his antecedents. His case file was also incomplete. Additionally, on March 17, the matter was postponed since Champagne was unable to make the bail application as he had urgent matters to attend to. The court was also told that the defense team will be given partial disclosure today. Reports are that between Monday, February 6, and Thursday, February 9, Hyde allegedly held his ex-girlfriend against her will in his room on a block of the Georgia Lane Hall on the UW Mona campus, where he repeatedly beat her and burned her all over her body with a clothes iron. She was subsequently rescued and a report was made to the police. Some Naisbury Villa St. Catherine residents get land titles. Some 20 residents of the Naisbury Villa community in St. Catherine were today presented with titles for lands they occupy. "I'm feeling very accomplished now that I received my title," said Rosalie Ellis. "The feeling now is when I will be doing more for settle myself." For Howard Delevante and Edris Gordon, it was a meaningful part of their development plan. "When we start to build and realize that there was no title, me feel discouraged and stop. But now me get the authority to complete my dream house," Delevante said. His view was echoed by his common law wife, Gordon. "We start build about 3 years now, but with title in hand, the sky is the limit," Gordon said. Meanwhile, several residents complained that they are living on lots that are in need of regularization. "I am glad for those who have titles. However, some of us got lot number which is on paper, but doesn't exist in the system will feel like squatters, Denise Robinson Parry said. The Member of Parliament for West Central St. Catherine, Dr. Christopher Tufton, asked the Housing Agency of Jamaica to commission a census in the Naysburyville community to proper map the area. There are over 300 lots in the community, of which 120 have titles. Police to meet with stakeholders in Portmore amid security concerns. The St. Catherine South Police Division is to convene a meeting on Thursday with key stakeholders in Portmore to discuss security concerns. The talks come against the background of heightened tension in the municipality, arising from gun attacks on security guards attempting to serve automated teller machines, ATMs at banks. On Sunday, 3 guards and a driver from Beryllium Limited and their vehicle came under heavy attack at the Scotia Bank. The thieves made off with more than $23 million in cash. Less than a month ago, gunmen attacked another Beryllium team that was attempting to service ATMs at the nearby Jane Bank at the Portmore Pines Plaza, leaving a security guard dead and 2 others injured. The robbers made off with $10 million in cash. Head of the police division, Senior Superintendent Christopher Phillips, said progress has been made in both investigations. A case review, which involved key investigators, has taken place with some of the best minds within the Jamaica Constabulary Force, supported by personnel from the Criminal Investigation Headquarters, Phillips said. I don't want residents to lose hope because of Sunday's incident, which I say was a near miss in terms of the proximity of the police and what really happened. These guys are playing with fire. They are certainly playing with fire, he continued. Phillips said the police are seeking to strengthen their partnership with financial institutions, business owners and residents as they safeguard their interests. Responding to concerns that Sunday's attack happened not too far away from the Portmore police station, Phillips noted that teams would typically carry out patrols in important areas and that special operation personnel did respond to the incident. Phillips stated that the particular team that would have had the opportunity for engagement with the criminals met in an accident while on the way to the scene, impacting its response time. Nevertheless, the St. Catherine South Police Commander disclosed that the police will be reviewing patrol zones in Portmore to ensure better coverage of business areas. While acknowledging resource challenges, Phillips said the police will use an approach that ensures the disruption of activities of criminals, particularly gangs. Pointing out that there are 18 gangs operating in Portmore, Phillips said these criminal organizations pose serious concerns. This is a challenge for the police because it runs across divisional borders, Phillips said. He appealed for more technology in the form of CCTV cameras along main corridors to assist the police with fighting crime. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.